Hello, and welcome to the GWU Online Cybersecurity Camp. We're going to be learning about some principles of cybersecurity, doing some fun challenges, and most importantly, protecting ourselves from online threats. The World Wide Web is a wasteland of online threats. Between hackers trying to steal information from you, or malware trying to infect your computer, many different risks exist online. Just on your ride to camp, your smartphone could be hacked remotely by someone looking for important information about you. Someone could try to use the public Wi-Fi while you're in a coffee shop or in the library. Someone might even try to enter your car or take your parents' credit card while they're using it online or in a store. Similarly, in your own home, hackers could try to get into any cameras you have online, any locks you have online, codes, or any devices while you're sitting comfortably in your house. So, how do we protect ourselves online? Well, to start, let's learn a little bit about a concept called layering. So what is layering? Basically, layering in the cybersecurity world is using many layers of encryption, putting secret codes on, protection, such as passwords, or other barriers in order to make many different levels of protection. We do this to increase security, to develop a system of hierarchy, and to keep parts that belong separated from each other. So, what has layers? For one, the Earth's core has layers. And we all know that onions have layers. I hope you all get this Shrek reference. If not, you can Google Shrek to see my joke. All right, more importantly, there really is a reason we're talking about layering, because we use layering to keep ourselves protected. Think about your home. You don't want people coming in who you don't want to be there, so you keep it protected. But how exactly do you do that? First, you might have locks on your door so that someone without a key cannot walk right in. But if someone manages to get through those locks, what is your next level or layer of security? Well, you might have some sort of home alarm that will wake everyone up, maybe even call the police, or just loud enough to scare off someone who doesn't belong there. But what if a noisy alarm isn't enough? What layer then? Well, luckily, you might have a dog that will bark and help keep you safe. So you see, we use layers to keep ourselves safe in the real world. So we can do And we really do the same thing called layering in the virtual world. For the first line of defense, or the first layer, we keep our devices, our phones, and our computers concealed and close by, usually in our pockets, so we don't have other people seeing them and being able to read any of our information. Secondly, our second layer, we put passwords on all our devices so that if someone does get them or find them, they can't use it. But maybe if you leave your phone on the table at school and someone picks it up and they guess the password, what will we do then? And finally, each of our apps on our smartphone or computer will have a password so that even if someone finds our phone and guesses the password, they will not be able to use our apps and find the information stored there. Speaking of passwords, how can we make our passwords safer? Actually, making a good password is really pretty easy. All you have to do is follow a few simple steps. Number 1, make your passwords long enough so that they're not easy to guess. I suggest you make them at least 12 characters long. That's pretty simple, but the longer you make a password, the harder it is to crack and the longer it takes for someone to figure it out. But remember, if you make it too long, you might not remember it. Number 2, it should have capital letters and symbols and numbers. The more you mix it up will keep people from just trying to guess, and the state-of-the-art password guessing techniques will also have trouble with this amount of information. Number 3, you should avoid dictionary words. This is because people who try to break passwords start with easy ones and they look up dictionary words. Number 4, and this is a big one, don't use the same password twice. We'll explain it in an upcoming slide. So let's look at an example. Suppose we use an easy password like puppy dog. That could be cracked almost instantly. It's a dictionary word. Suppose we try puppy dog 23. That could take a day. And puppy dog 23 with a capital Y, that would take longer. And puppy dog capital Y exclamation point could take a few hundred years. And finally, puppy dog 23 with a capital Y, an exclamation point, and an L where we didn't expect it would take thousands of years. If you don't want to remember a password with capital letters and special characters and numbers, maybe you should try a passphrase. Passphrases are long strings of characters, sometimes with capital letters, words, or numbers. Because they're long, they might be even better than passwords. However, don't use famous passphrases, or it's just like using a dictionary word. Here's one. Here's a passphrase that I thought of. Taylor Swift is a great singer. Now remove all the spaces and capitalize the first letter of each word. Taylor Swift is a great singer. And then put your birthday in after every 2 words. Taylor Swift, 0706, is a 0706, great singer, 0706. That would take 8 decillion years to figure it out. So there's no worries. You can use quotes from shows that are easy to remember, or just a random collection of work. Okay, now it's your turn. Go to howsecureismypassword.net and see how long it would take to crack your password. Pause the video now and go try it out. Welcome back. And now I have a story for you. You might recognize this person. It's Mark Zuckerberg. And you probably know who he is. You're right. That's the guy who invented Facebook. The story is that way back in 2012, about 6 years ago, the program LinkedIn had over 100 million users who had their credentials stolen, according to good old Mark Zuckerberg. Guess what his password was? Okay, camp's almost over for today. Let's review. Layering can be a helpful way of protecting yourself in the real world and the virtual world. And for passwords, remember to use characters, numbers, uppercase and lowercase letters. And finally, if you don't want to use a password, try a passphrase instead. Well, that's all for today's day at camp. If you have any questions, comments, ideas, send them to me at gencybercamp@gwu.edu. See you at camp tomorrow.